Worst failure is coming in my 70,000 square foot house, no kids, no wife, no nothing. I kept most of the rooms dark. On my really sad days, I go look at the babies' rooms. And then I go in the gym and shoot 1 or 2 baskets and I'm not a basketball player anymore. And I go in the garage and look at all the cars that I'm not driving.
Wow.
Then I go back to the kitchen and watch my movies. And you sit back and look. You realize you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that. And I'm programmed, being raised by an Army drill sergeant, never to make the same mistake twice. So I always try to learn from my mistake.
And be careful with women. Okay? They're dream killers. You start messing with little girls, they're dream killers. Now, a lot of people listen to that and go, oh, John, why are you saying that? Guess what? If I was talking to a girl, I would tell her stay away from boys, because boys are dream killers.
I heard that.
It works both ways. You got to stay focused is the point. That ain't saying you can have a little girlfriend, but don't get out of control. You got to be selfish. It's all about what it is you're trying to do in that path. If you get distracted, you're done. You can't get distracted.
Tell us the truth! All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Doc BOA. Yep, I got time today. Shaquille O'Neal is one of the most successful athletes, entertainers, rappers, businessmen, sports analysts that we've had in a generation. He's fairly beloved by his peers, and he's fairly respected by those who came before him. So the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars of the world and the Bill Russells of the world have respected his accomplishments in the game, which is what it's all about. It's all about impressing the OGs, not impressing the YNs. But he ended up in a terrible situation with Shawnee O'Neal. And that situation is he married a woman when he didn't want to be married, but he thought in order to have children, he needed to be married. And the divorce that came with that, you know, it's a thing that we all know the history of. But what Shaq has learned in the meantime is that there's no need to be stuck with one woman when you have all of this success, bro. It just don't make sense. There's no one woman who's going to fulfill the things that you need to happen in your life as a man. Yes, listen, I can cook for myself. I do that. So a woman coming into my life, she can't lead with that. You know what I'm saying? I have a cleaning lady who comes regularly. So a woman can't lead with that. But if a woman is in my life, then there's going to have to be someone to do that. You know what I mean? There's going to have to be someone to do that. So if she does that, then what about the woman that has a skill that can help my business? Okay, I'm going to need that. Or what about the woman who's a freak in the sheets? I'm talking about and can really get it in, man, any day of the week. What about that woman? Okay, you got to have that woman. And the problem is all of that's never going to be wrapped up in the same package. But as men, we strive to be the total package. Women never strive to be that. So we're going to listen to an interview of Shaq with the Sarah woman. And we'll listen to her try to challenge his logic on the fact that women want things based on their illogic and how illogical they are. And eventually they're going to agree. Let's listen to this clip, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
So a lot of men are afraid of marriage these days.
Because y'all got rules and y'all don't tell us.
What does that mean?
Y'all be making up rules.
What rules, Shaq?
All right, let me put you through a scenario.
Okay.
What's your name?
Anissa.
All right. We're talking.
Yeah.
I'll leave my phone right here.
Okay.
And Anissa says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I love you." Is that cheating? Yes or no? Don't think about it. You checking my phone, and
Okay.
Anissa, your friend, says, "You're doing a good job, baby. I like you."
What?
We're friends too. But you.
Oh, well, if you're friends.
Hold on. You didn't know that she has my number or we're texting, and you see her, and it just pop up. She's sitting right there, and then pop up, my guy, baby, you're doing a good job. I love you. Is that cheating or not?
I don't. It depends on you.
Answer the question. We're dating, and you text me, but she don't know that me and you have been texting. No, see,
I don't think that that's cheating.
But
No,
thank
and the
you.
reason why.
Thank you.
Let me tell you why.
Thank you. It's
Because
not.
you can't control another person.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
And
either.
also,
no.
But the boundaries
No.
aspect of it. Why is she calling you baby? That's what's throwing me off. If she was just like, "You're doing a great
Because we're
job. I
friends.
love you,"
We're friends.
that's fine.
Okay, you're doing a good job. I love you.
Oh,
All right,
that's
forget the
fine.
baby.
I'm not pressed by that at all.
But you see her answer?
Yeah.
And that's how most of them think.
But I also think that a lot of
hold on. And then there's a word y'all made up, emotional cheating.
that's a thing.
How do you know my emotions? How do you know I'm just not playing with the other side when I say I love you, I miss you?
then you're emotionally playing with her.
Okay, but what does that matter to you? You think I'm emotional cheating, which doesn't exist, by the way.
It does exist.
It does not.
If you are emotionally connected with another person and I don't know about it.
How do you know I'm emotionally connected with another person? How do you know? Just because you read
you wouldn't know, and that's the whole thing about cheating, because there's no conversation about it. But if there's a woman or a man and they're having intimate conversations or intimate experiences,
experiences is a different thing, because in law enforcement, right? What's your name, my guy?
Kenny.
I can say right here on camera.
Yeah.
As soon as I fucking leave this, I'm gonna break Kenny's jaw and throw him down the steps.
Yeah.
Right?
That's insane.
Hold on, right?
Yes.
But I can't be charged, because I said y'all got me saying it on camera. But until I make the overt act, I cannot be charged. So it doesn't matter what I say right there.
So you're saying because it can't be proved?
No, I ain't got nothing to prove. In order for me to be charged for conspiracy, I got to actually do it. I have to make the overt act. Now, if I get up and go grab his shirt, I set it on tape, I'm getting sued, y'all going to make a lot of money, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm doing this, but not doing the overt act of seeing the person secretly or doing that, it's not really cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask me.
I have to.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So if you're in a relationship,
with Sarah,
and there is a man, and she's telling another man how much she loves him and how much she wants to be with him.
I wouldn't know that, because I wouldn't check Sarah's phone. If I'm sitting here and Sarah's phone go, I'm not going to look, because I know what I do. In my mind, I know what I do. She's not going nowhere, because I fit all the boxes. So if her shit ring right now, I'm not going to be like, I'm just.
Because you're secure in who you are.
That's her phone. I don't need to look at it.
So do you feel like they're not emasculated when they look through their woman's phone?
I do. Because, it's an old saying that goes true. If you look for something, you find it. But you need to know what you're looking at.
That's the truth, because everything could be different in context.
You need to know what you're looking at. Just because you say I love you don't mean you're in a relationship.
No, I agree with that. I tell all my people that I love them. Like, I don't miss a chance to tell people that I love them.
When you hear this, you hear women trying to tell a man that anything he does is cheating. Hey man, we're men. We flirt, but women flirt as well. Like, we're men. We have relationships with women who want to be with us, but we can't be with them because they benefit our business. But women have that too. The same woman would want to go have a male personal trainer, and we all know how well that ends. The only reason your male personal trainer don't cut your old lady man because he don't want to. But if he wanted to, he could. So I want y'all to keep in mind and understand this. You, as a man, must live the life that you want to live, and you can't compromise and sacrifice that for a woman, because a woman wants you to do everything to make her happy, and she just assumes that what makes her happy makes you happy. And that's why they say happy wife, happy life. And every man who says that knows it's a lie. The things you have to do to make a woman is happy when you're not happy. A woman is happy when you're miserable. A woman feels safe when you feel sad. A woman feels completed when you feel defeated. You must understand that everything you will want as a man happens in your life when you're single. When you get into a relationship with a woman, what's the first thing she wants you to do? Compromise things and sacrifice things and change things and let things go and think about her more. Now, bro, it's just not possible to have a relationship with one woman in the United States that's beneficial and connects with you in a way that makes you pleased to have this one woman in your life as your only woman. They don't want to be that. They don't want to dedicate themselves to that. You know what it comes with? It comes with shut-upness and obedience. That's all a woman got to do. All she got to do is be quiet, listen, and obey. I'm not saying the woman can't talk. I'm saying the woman can't talk when you talking. I'm saying that once you say something about, what's going to happen, and you taking care of your responsibility as a man, she don't have no insight on that. If she does, she need to be kicking down some paper. And the majority of the time, they don't want to kick down the paper. Even the ones who have paper don't want to kick down the paper. So the problem is, if you want a woman that's going to do everything, you got to create her. You got to ask God to give you one opportunity to take the chisel that he used to create mankind so you can create a woman for yourself. Otherwise, bro, it's just not going to work. And here's the thing. One thing Shaq said that's amazing. I'm not worried about going through the woman's phone. I'm not worried about checking up on the woman, because I know me. I may not have A's in everything, but when you average me out against everybody, I'm solid B's across the board. So my average is going to be way up there. My average is going to be up there in the top percentile. Am I the tallest man around? Nope, but there's a 6 in front of my height. Am I the richest man around? Nope, but I make plenty of money. Am I the most handsome man around? Nope, but boy, I am a handsome man. Am I the most famous man around? Nope. But there's a few countries I can go into and they be like, hey, BOA, welcome, my friend. Am I the most spiritually astute man around? No, I can't say that I am, but I'm up there. I'm up there. I prize my relationship with the Most High. So when you think about it, you ask yourself, why would I compromise that? And that takes work. I worked on myself to get that. I worked on myself to be this. I grind to do this. When things get to a point where I can't handle it by myself, I hired staff to do this. This is what y'all got to understand, man. You don't build yourself to the best version of yourself unless some broad come into your life and tell you, man, what you need to do in order to be with her. I don't need to do nothing in order to be with you. What you talking about? You looking for a sugar daddy. Man, let me tell you something, boy. It's so crazy now, man. They looking for young cats to be sugar daddies. Anytime an older woman trap a young man with a baby because he got money, man, she looking for a young sugar daddy. I guess she call him a sugar son or a sugar nephew or whatever they gonna call him. But I want y'all to understand something. When you put yourself in a position to win, the one thing that you have to remember, if the woman didn't help you win, you can never give her the opportunity to help you lose. If you do, whatever happens after that is on you, not her. A woman deserves what you give her, and you deserve to lose what you let her take. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.